Once a sacred site of pilgrimage, the forgotten feudal world of Velmoor's fall is now a grave of silence and ash. Beneath its scarred crust lies a sealed warp gate, purified and locked away by the Grey Knights centuries ago. But now the blood god stirs. From the Eye of Terror, the World Eaters descend, Berzerkers, demon hosts, all drawn to reawaken what should never rise again. As the ground convulses with the memory of an ancient wound, a Bane task force makes its final stand, holding the gate just long enough for the cleansing fire of an orbital bombardment.
Welcome to the Wargamist. I'm Grant.
And I'm Nathan.
We're here today with a 40k battle report. We're doing one from the chapter approved mission deck. Still hate the name.
Yep.
But we're doing, rather than a competitive UKTC one, we are doing one of the asymmetrical ones. So in the chapter approved, there's lots of different ways to play. One of those is where there's an unbalanced mission. So there's a mission map. This one we're playing is Last Stand. We'll put it up shortly. And the primary mission is also developed for an asymmetrical setup, and that is called Siphoned Power. So the theme here is I'm Grey Knights.
I'm World Eaters.
What's happening? What are you doing?
We're coming for you. You're on our webway. We want to jump on that to kind of get quickly access through the Imperium. And so, as you'll see when we pop up the map, I'm coming from the board edges to the centre where you're defending. So hopefully get the win.
Yeah, so you're basically, I think the siphon power basically means I start as this is a really weird mission.
Yeah.
I don't like it too much because of the mechanics of it, and I'll go into that later, but I start with 50 points.
You do.
50 VP, and then you basically do actions on each of the objective markers, and we've sort of imagined it like the Grey Knights are defending a warp gate portal that you're trying to bathe in blood and reactivate basically, and basically as you go round and do these actions on the things, the closer to the middle you get, the more points you get, and you take away my 50 points. So it may be like 25-25, it could be one way or the other, but we still play the normal secondary missions and the challenger cards as with the more balanced maps as well, because it's all in one. That's the whole point of the pack. So, so
right from the get-go, I can have access to challenger cards. So that's 3 quick points.
Yeah, you can, because I've got 50 VP. I never even thought of that.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like this mission. Anyway,
cool.
As usual, go through lists, deployment, and take you round by round, and blood for blood god, and skulls for the skull throne, murder for the murder chicken.
Yeah.
Right. On we go.
So, I'm Nathan with the World Eaters, as always, the resident World Eater player. Today I've got 2,000 points for the Grey Knights. I'm going to go with the Berzerker Warband. Since the 10th Codex I've been kind of running Gorechild, playing around with that a little bit more. I'm going to go back to my roots. Today I'm bringing Daemon Prince on foot with Berzerker Glaive, Khârn the Betrayer, Lord Invocatus, and 2 Master of Executions. Some Berzerkers, as always, you can't have World Eaters and not bring Berzerkers. 2 Rhinos, again, they go kind of hand in hand. 2 units of 2 Chaos Spawn, that's new for me, so I'm going to kind of run that, kind of be a little bit meta. Grant will still win, but anyway. Some Exalted 8-bound, 2 Forge Fiends, again, going full meta with this, even though it's kind of a friendly game. Some Goremongers and some Jackals. So we'll see how bad the loss will be, but we'll give it a good old crack. Fingers crossed.
So I'm Grant, I'm here with the Grey Knights, here to defend this feudal world that the crazy Berzerkers have descended on, trying to open the rift. I'm playing Bane task force. I just really like it. I think it's quite good. Getting rerolls in Grey Knights is always a plus. It does mean I'm less defensive in terms of zapping away, like teleport, strike force, but I'm pretty resilient anyway. So I've switched. I've gone to quite a Dread Knight heavy list this time. I've not gone for the meta 5, but in terms of leaders, I've got 2 librarians. Don't leave home without them, really. I've got a Tech Marine, which has the enhancement Paragon of Sanctity, which basically means once per game it can point at a unit and go, you are now in hallowed ground. I've got also Castellan Crowe. Again, he's just amazing. I know he's not probably the most competitive play, but I just think him with a unit of 5 purifiers is just really thematic. Then in terms of battle line, 3 strike squads, all get scout, all get sticky, lovely jubbly. In terms of other units, I've got 1 interceptor unit for a bit of flying around, fast-paced stuff, 3 Dread Knights. Now they are modelled with the swords, but I'm gonna say that they are with the hammer, And the swords just look much better than the crappy hammers anyway, so tough. And then 3 units of purifiers, because again, any model within 6 inches of a purifier gets its rerolls, part of the hallowed ground. And then a little spare one on the side is a Caladius Assassin, or Calidus, I don't know how you pronounce it. So that'll be annoying as well. But it's bang on 2,000 points. So let's get into it. Okay, so we are all deployed. I'll just run through where Defender has deployed. So you'll see here, we've tried to create kind of a circle of everything. So the dice that are out here, we'll move them in a minute, but it's 14 inches from the middle. And then there's 2 objectives in the Grey Knight's deployment zone, that one there, and that one over that side. There's one just outside. Another one just outside over here, and then one in your deployment zone over here. And you've got 3 of the 4 corners of your deployment zones. Not deployed here, which is interesting, but we'll get onto that in a minute. So I basically just piled everything in the middle, because I have to. I won the roll off, so I am the defender, which is thematically great. So the Clade is over here, so I own this one straight up. Librarian here. Purifiers here, 2 Dread Knights. Again, as a reminder, these are hammers, not swords, but the swords look better. Another one here, another Librarian here. In this little building, we've got a bit of a parking lot. We've got some Castellan Crowe with Purifiers there. We've got a unit of strike squads. And in the very back corner, we've got Interceptors. You can't quite see them, but they're in there. Anyway, so they're all, should be an inch back from the wall, but they're not. Over this one, I've got some strike squads over that side because, again, one of their rules is they give sticky. Unit of purifiers down here, and I think that's it, really. Oh, some more strike squads in here, really. So yeah, that's me. Nathan, where do you want to start?
For me, I've tried to kind of gone symmetrical in this asymmetrical game. I've got some Jackals, Forge Fiend, my Warlord, which is the Daemon Prince on foot. Master of Executions, he's just going to be kind of buddied up with him to give him the lone op and just to do kind of other bits and pieces. Some Chaos Spawn over here.
What's in the Chaos Rhino?
In the Chaos Rhino, I've got 10 Berzerkers and a Master of Executions on top.
Yep.
And over here, it's kind of similar. I've got my Chaos Spawn, Forge Fiend, 10-man unit of Berzerkers with Khârn, and my Goremongers. You won the roll off for Defender, otherwise
they'd be going here.
Corner.
You did try to put your Goremongers quite on this objective, and then we realised that you can't go within 9 inches of an enemy deployment zone when infiltrating. And why nothing in this corner here?
I think because of such the massive firing line at the back here that we've kind of overseen, I didn't want to expose something too fast and too quickly.
But there's a firing line on that side as well. I could just run through.
There is, but you've got all your tankies
for now,
over there.
So everything counts as a ruin, even these small ones. We can just move through. We can move through this small ruin as a vehicle, though, because otherwise that's just a bit silly. This is also a ruin here. This kind of webway gate in the middle, so you can't see and shoot through it. That's why I'm kind of confident from that side. But we'll get into it. So there's a fair amount of cover. There's enough space for everything to move through. But shall we roll to see who's got? Oh, you've got something in Deep Strike, haven't you?
I have. I've got my 6-man exalted 8-bound with Lord Invocatus.
Mr. Avocado. Okay. Roll to see who gets first turn. Go on then.
2. 5.
5. Oh, I don't know if I like that. So turn 1 for the Grey Knights, drew Established Locus and Area Denial. I'm already in the middle, so that was nice and convenient. You shuffled my cards, so you can't blame me for that. Basically, I had some Interceptors in here. They flew over to this empty deployment zone, because this counts as your deployment zone, so they're going to do it for Established Locus for the full 4. Area Denial, I mean, there's stuff in the middle. Basically, everything just shuffled over and came this way as much as possible. Advanced these on here, so they will sticky that for later. These guys are probably going to be sacrificed, they're just going to have to stand there, but I've moved everything away as much as possible. What I did do is move the 3 Dread Knights round to get a line of sight through here. I gave, I think it was this one, +1 to hit from the Tech Marine, and then I luckily just focus fired everything on that Forge Fiend, because I'm really worried if the Forge Fiend picks up units of my Marines, so I had to get rid of it. There's still one hiding over there. on that side. So blew that one away. Then with the remaining shots killed the jackals, and then this guy who advanced over here, and apparently you can still do Vortex of Doom in advance. I'm not sure if that's totally true, but the reading of it seems like it is. And did 7 mortal wounds to him, rolling 6.
It did.
So the tank's on what, 1 wound?
The 1 wound, yeah.
So started strong. Over to the World Eaters to run into the middle now. So World Eaters were turn 1. There's a couple of things that happened at the beginning of the battle round. So your blessings, and technically you get a challenger card because I've got 50 victory points for some reason. So talk us through those, and then what happened in your turn.
Okay, so the blessings roll, I went for sustained. So I get an extra hit on melee, and then 6-inch pile in and consolidate. And then for my draws, I got display of might, which means there are more units from your army, from your opponent army within no man's land. So yeah, I had to get the whole no man's land, and then behind enemy lines. It's quite easy for this matchup in this game. And then because of the points differential, I got a challenge card, which meant that I could get lethal hits or sustained, but gain hazardous for a free stratagem, or the challenger mission, which means I get 1 VP for my objectives that I own.
Nice.
So with that,
what did you do?
I moved everything a little bit closer, and I kind of tried to pincer everything in.
Yeah. Because the deployment zone's here, isn't it?
Yes,
so all you need to do is just shuffle across it.
Shuffle everything up a little bit. Hide these bits because they've got completely decimated from the Forge Fiend blowing up on your turn.
But what we realised is because I've got, it's a 14-inch radius, so a ginormous middle bit for my deployment zone, and so display of might, I only had, this is still within slightly, it's only these 2 here that are outside my deployment zone, so all you need to do is get 3 units in, so 4 points, there you
go. So I moved everything up, and with Forge Fiend here, shot a unit.
Purifiers are dead.
Whatever, Purifiers, they completely
obliterated.
Minced, and then my 2 Chaos Spawn kind of pincered and charged the unit there. And taken over that objective.
And you spent a CP on the second unit because the first unit killed 3.
Yep.
It's 2 left. Second unit, what was the strategy called? Extra AP, basically.
Hack and slash. It basically gives me 1 up on my AP.
So poetic. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Good turn. Round 2.
Round 2.
Right, turn 2, managed to still hold the line. So basically I had to do tempting target and cleanse, so I had to come and get this somehow. So these guys moved up, and then in the reserve phase of the movement phase, I put my Caladius in here because I'm conscious around everything that was in this rhino getting out and just charging. So there's a potential heroic intervention because she fights first, but we'll see how it goes. Move these guys over so they could see the rhino, and shot the rhino. The rhino didn't explode, but everybody decanted, basically. And we had a little bit of confusion around the blood surge, so they could surge if they were shot, but it does say if you are battle shocked, I believe. Okay. And if you get out of a destroyed vehicle, you're automatically battle shocked, I believe. But these would have been the closer unit anyway. So I managed to kill another 1, I think. So there's still a whole unit and a Master of Executions there. The Crow came back the way he was going. The Purifiers in this side just moved forward. Tried to kill 1 and charged in and killed 1. I probably should have multi-charged. I might have killed all of them, but it is what it is. All the Dreadknights moved over, and I dropped another Dreadknight down here. And we just focus fired on this Forge Fiend, and it took a while to kill him off, even with the Librarian here, but he is now dead, and he exploded again.
Yep.
He did a little wound to your tank over there, so all good. But you did try and overwatch me, which was naughty.
That's very naughty.
But you've now run out of CP, so you couldn't rapid ingress. I guess you were
run out
going
of anything that shoots as well. So.
Yeah, that's fine because the Forge Fiends are just when they pointed at that other unit before, they just eliminated it completely. They were my 2 targets. Try and kill the Forge Fiends as soon as possible. But yeah, we're doing okay. Basically, what we've done, if you can see from above, is I've got this side of the board here, and Nathan's gone to that side of the board. So although it was a circular deployment, I've now hidden behind the warp gate as much as possible and kind of given him that one. But this is the turn. Your second turn is now where you start doing your action.
Yes.
And you start siphoning power. So that was the sliding scale will start. So
Engage on all fronts and tempting target.
tempting target, engage on all fronts. Okay. Tempting target. I'm probably going to give you this one to be as mean as possible.
Okay.
Right, World Eater's turn 2. What did you draw again? Oh yes, so engage on all fronts.
Yep.
And what was the other one?
Tempting target.
Attempt to engage on all fronts, and he had pivotal moment. So that was pretty bloody. A lot of stuff happened there.
It did.
I can't even remember. Walk us through what happened.
So just to kind of go through it, these guys shuffled back and performed the siphon power.
2 victory points.
2 victory points there. Khârn and his Rhino moved up there to kind of get an engage on all fronts to make sure I had in 3 quarters.
Well, these ones here will be in this one
As well. So
they're
they
good, yeah.
deep striked and come around the corner.
Made the 9-inch charge, classic. Yeah.
Yes. The Chaos Spawn kind of cleared up there. This is the longest going battle ever. And then the Berzerkers moved up.
Pretty messy.
Shifted around here. This Master of Execution siphoned power here.
Yep.
And then the
So what was happening? There's like a little C here, wasn't there?
Yes.
You killed 1 or 2 through shooting, or you threw a grenade first, killed 1, and then shot another one to death.
Yeah.
And then there was the Caladius here. You charged against the wall because you were strung out though. Strung out. You didn't get that many in.
No.
Caladius heroically intervened. She killed like 4,
She did, yeah.
which then fought on death. And then the other ones, it killed 4, but they weren't in kind of range because of consolidation. And then these 3 that she was in combat with killed her. And then these ones killed a few, and you fought on death and killed all but 1. But so basically with mutual destruction here. But what we're not sure is if the unit's already fought, can you still fight on death?
Yeah.
So that's something. So if anybody does know and finds the ruling, send it across. We couldn't have time to find out where it is, but we allowed it. Yeah, fuck it. Because it's on a roll of a 4 up anyway, so it's not a guaranteed fight on death.
Yeah.
So mutually assured destruction. So I'm left with 1 guy, and your Berzerkers are gone, and so is my Caladius. So there we are. And then there was a lot of death in the middle here as well.
There was. So this was an epic kind of turn for Lord Invocatus.
Oh yeah,
He came round,
soloed.
impact, done D3, 3 damage.
6 damage.
6,
Yeah,
yeah. 6. And then he finished up with his horsey, finished off the
one that was in front. So there was 2 here, 2 dread knights, and then the 8 bound were like,
they were like, well, where's Argo?
what we're going to do?
So we consolidated, you slapped back, took out a few, and then we...
With my hammer / not hammer.
Yeah, and then we...
4, yeah.
And then we slapped back.
Because you fight on death,
Yep.
you slap back, and I had 5 wounds through. Didn't save a single one, so I'm down to 3 wounds left. So it's pretty bloody. But engaging on fronts, you've got this one's in this unit side. You've got 1 no, so you've got 3 table quarters. I can make out, and then tempting target. Do you want to keep it or bin it off? Because I don't know if you're going to get that.
I think I'll bin it off.
Okay, have a CP, and then your pivotal moment. What is it? You had to kill something.
No, I could either
Advance charge.
advance and charge for a free strap, or gain free VP for 1 or more enemy units were destroyed this turn.
I think you might have done that.
Yep, so I'm going to take the VP.
Take VP and run. Okay, so the resources being siphoned. So basically what we can imagine in the lore is they're not necessarily being siphoned, but they're being empowered. So you're doing a sacrifice on there to open the warp gate. So you've started it, which is a bit concerning. So I'm now down to 45 victory points for turn 3. Okay, Grey Knights turn 3. I drew Bring It Down and Engage on All Fronts. I managed to get on Engage on All Fronts. I actually put this guy in here. He did his battle shock, so he was fine. And then I put these 2 down here. One of them got overwatched by the, what was he? Demon Prince thingy. And he, I shot the, what was the guy here with all the blood dripping out of his hands?
Master of Executions.
No, the other one. Oh, they're both Masters.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, the first one died to shooting from this unit, killed two Master of Executions this turn. and then the Vortex of Doomed, the poor prince, and then these guys then charged in and killed the other one that was on the objective. Over this messy sort of area, Crowe moved through and managed to kill all but one of the Chaos Spawn. I thought it fell back, that little guy on his own. And then, here I just charged everything in and tried to shoot, but I couldn't do that much shooting because they were still in combat. Basically, Crowe didn't do a lot of damage, even with all the rerolls to hits, rerolls to wounds. It came down to the guy's hammer here that took out Lord Invocatus. And then your fight on death with an 8 pound.
Yep.
And you killed my Dread Knight with 3 wounds remaining. So I'm down to 1 Dread Knight. But there's not a lot left on the board for all of this. So as long as I can die and you can't siphon anything, that's fine. Because I have the victory points right now.
Yeah.
So you can still get some, but it's going to be hard.
But no, it shows you how kind of skewed the kind of game is, because I've got 3 units and you've got 45 points.
Yeah, I think it's a weird one. Unless you get that first turn push to really box them in or kill a lot of stuff turn 1, it's quite hard. I think maybe there could have been some staging as well, because you gave me 1 Forge Fiend, then another Forge Fiend, then some other stuff, so I had the flexibility to do it, but
especially with the Grey Knights uppy downy.
That's true.
If there was a slower army in the middle, I think that it would be a very different...
Yeah, that's true. It's true. But let's do turn 3, so we get to. World Eaters turn 3. Talk us through what happened.
So it's a really long, arduous round there. These guys stayed where they were and siphoned. 2 points. The Rhino kicked out Khârn because he wasn't doing anything. Khârn moved up the board and advanced. Popped a strap for popped a strap to advance and charge.
Yeah.
And then they charged into there.
That Dread Knight.
Killed the Dread Knight.
Absolutely
Smashed
destroyed
it.
Yeah.
Just on himself, really. And kind of chipped a little bit at your squad here.
Well, then you chose to pile in, and you had to pile into both because they were both quite close. And then I popped my strap for reroll wounds on them. They killed a lot of them. He killed a couple, and then you again fought in death because you had fight in death, and killed a lot left. So there's still a few left there, but we're just like smashing each other. There's nothing left on this board. It's completely empty, really. So your secondaries were marked for death. So you got your Gamma marked for death because that was the Dread Knight, so that's 2 points there. And you got your Challenger card for another 3 points because you just had to kill a unit from 2 or more models. You killed a Dread Knight, you killed some Purifiers, so that's good. But I think the points in the Grey Knight's favour at the moment because, hey, even if I'm dying, to you dying, you're not coming onto objectives and siphoning. That's and I start with the points, so I can kind of literally throw myself in the way.
Yeah.
Which feels very Grey Knighty.
As much as I love playing World Eaters and throwing myself into the thick of it, I would literally have to run at your
or stage
into your deployment zone, and then just be kind of sitting there siphoning it. But you're already there; you'll be right on top of me.
It's very close quarters. Yeah. I mean, maybe if there was something like a shooting army in the defenders, it'd be quite hard. But I guess there could have been some more sort of staging behind here. But yeah, it's quite. As long as I got rid of those Forge Fiends, I knew I was kind of in a better place. So we'll perhaps have a look at round 4 on the cards and then do a sum up. All right. So quite a subdued turn. There's not a lot of us left, so basically picked up the 2 librarians,
Blood for
the Blood God, and then murder for the murder chicken, and then they Vortex of Doom to the Rhino to death. Lots of shots into these. You got 5 6s on your saves, so there's 5 of them still alive, frustratingly. And then this little guy came around and tried to help, killed the last Berzerker, and then you fought back because they remain in combat. You epic challenged. Yeah. What happened?
I appropriately killed your Warlord.
You unalived him.
Unalived him.
Yeah, my poor Khârn soloed, and they looked at each other through the battlefield, the fog and the haze, and went, Crowe! and completely murdered him. Yeah, even with the blank damage, and I got a lot of full weapon buns, and he still went through. Yeah,
upset him dearly.
And then I put him down to 1 wound with the remaining purifier. So yeah, your last turn. There's not a lot left, but I think we'll call it at the end of about round 4 and see where we're at. So a very, very quick turn from the enraged Khârn, and not a lot happened. So you kept the Goremongers back here to do some siphoning. That's 2 points, and then Khârn sustained. He just didn't fall back. He just stood there.
No, he took it.
You passed all of your invuln with a reroll from the one guy. Turned round and slaughtered the next guy, which means you get a point for no prisoners, and then also a couple of points for no prisoners. And then your challenger card did what?
I got 3 points from that because models in 2 or more units from your army made 1 or more attacks against. Essentially, 2 units chip damage off of 1 of your units, resulting in 3 victory points.
Did you do that though? Oh no, I don't think you did. That's not what I'm thinking of then.
No, yes.
No, because it was only Khârn that did all. Khârn's soloing at the moment, so no, that didn't work. Okay, cool. Look, let's do the maths and sum up, see where we are for turn 5 and what the potentials is, and we'll do a quick summary. So Grey Knight's turn 5, we'll just sum it really quickly. I basically picked up a few units. I've got recover assets and secure no man's land, both pretty easy because I'd stickied a lot of things. I brought the Tech Marine down over here, recovered assets in his deployment zone, brought these guys up and then down to do no man's land, and then my deployment, sorry, and then no man's land. One of these guys can do it. Couldn't kill Khârn because he's in combat. Khârn turned round and absolutely slaughtered the poor remaining purifier, and that's kind of it really. Okay, so essentially the World Eaters, Khârn did an advance to come over here. You had extend battle lines and cleanse. You couldn't really do cleanse very easily because the only other ones in no man's land was all the way over here at this particular point. Because remember, these ones here are in the deployment zone, which is the middle, which was the Grey Knight's deployment zone. So you've done defend stronghold, you've done extend battle lines, couldn't siphon here, you've done another 2 points for siphon, I presume. Yeah, and then that's it. And then your challenger card was something about being away from everything else.
Yes, so it is my shooting phase, 1 unit from my army. At the end of the turn, if that unit is more than 18 away from all enemy units, if completed, I score 3 victory points.
So Khârn again.
Yep.
He's done quite well. He's a lot of stuff died, and he's had to do the heavy lifting.
He has
this turn, hasn't he? So
MVP.
Yeah, he's done really well. Okay, we'll sum up. But I think that's a confident Grey Knight victory.
Very confident.
So what we're going to do now is just disappear back into the teleport and bomb the planet.
Yeah.
Because we're not having this again. Not coming back to open it all out. So, good game.
No, thank you.
Thanks very much. We'll reverse it at some stage, and I'll come in as the attacker.
Yes.
Although we have got rid of Norris the Nail now, which someone did comment on, but now my poor nail has gone instead of this lovely banner. Here, it's been a while since we've played, but we're here with basically a battle report, 40k battle report from the chapter. I'm going to suck it.
Today's been a bit of a slow day.
It's been a bit of a slow day.
He lost his thing for his phone. And
it's hard work. It's hard work. Trouble is, from the chapter approved, which I still hate that name. Why is it called chapter approved? Why not call it Apocalypse or Nakhon Gauntlet or Armageddon or something cool like that?
Right, we've got a theme and then halfway through.
No, fuck the theme. It's too much effort. I can't be asked to talk to the left hand and the right hand. It's like basically the camera's there, that part to about here. Okay. So
put a little bits of tape.
What's in? Well, you should put trousers on, really. So I told you this every time.